Hello Internet, my name is Persephone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be going over how to set up a level 50 speed druid capable of going 200% or faster in just one day. I recently used these steps to upgrade my veteran speed druid, Printing Gold, to bring her to 217% speed, and to duplicate our findings, did it on a second character and was able to get her to 213% speed in just one day. First things first, you'll need a level 50 druid. You'll want to take this character to Orgrimmar or Stormwind and turn your experience off. You don't want your character leveling past 50. If you're Horde, choosing a Zandalari for this task will give you a 5% speed advantage over all other druid options, as well as give an extra 2% on all looted gold from creatures, so is the clear choice. To get the speed buff, you need to go to the shrine in Zuldazar for Gonk, seen here on the map, and use your Zandalari Racial, Embrace of the Loa, to gain the buff. On Alliance, you'll want to choose Worgen as they have an on-use racial, Dark Flight, that will increase your speed by 40% for 10 seconds, on a 2-minute cooldown. Though honestly, your choice of race on Alliance isn't nearly as beneficial. Just follow your heart. Your talent options are pretty varied, but here are the ones that I recommend for any speed druid. In row 1, you'll want to pick up Lunar Inspiration so that you can cast Moonfire in cat form. Row 2, you'll want to grab Tiger Dash for an extra bump in your Zoomies. Row 3, I would choose Balance Affinity for more options and damage for farms without switching specs. And in row 5 is arguably the most important ability, Incarnation, King of the Jungle. When you use this ability, your Prowl effectively becomes a Vanish, giving you the ability to drop combat. I find myself stuck in combat with mobs I can't see or don't want to kill pretty frequently, so this ability is a lifesaver. Your other rows are dealer's choice. Pick whatever brings you joy. Next is the gearing. Your first step to getting your speed set up and running, if you've not unlocked it yet, is to get yourself your Heart of Azeroth. The bread and butter of any speed druid and something you will see in every guide you come across is Azerite gear, and you need a Heart of Azeroth to make the gear work. Once you have your next step is to find yourself a 3-piece set of Azerite gear with Longstrider, starting with the most difficult first, the Helm. The most reliable way to get Longstrider on your helm is to loot the Flash Powder Hood from Tol Dagor. The higher the item level, the better the speed, so start in Mythic and move down the difficulties until it drops. Side note, while you are in Mythic, take a few moments and kill the bonus mini-boss Gul'Than the Malodorous for your weekly chance to loot the Filthy Bucket, which gives you the Filthy Slime Pet worth roughly 100,000 gold and drops about 10% of the time. In the 2 runs on Mythic between 6 characters, we were lucky to loot 2 of them. Longstrider on both the shoulders and chest can be taken care of quickly with benthic pieces, bought with mana pearls and Nazjatar. If the character hasn't spent much time at 50, you'll need to follow your faction's questline out to Nazjatar until you get to the quest that you're given 20 mana pearls to upgrade the benthic piece that was provided by the questline. Do not do this quest. Instead, take your 20 mana pearls and buy the benthic shoulder and chest options, which both provide Longstrider by default. Make sure to choose the On My Way ability on the shoulders, as it also provides a boost to speed. Doing this change should have sent you to High Mountain and back, which will automatically unlock your Heart of Azeroth to level 50, enabling you to quickly pick all the abilities. If you're on a character who has already been in Nazjatar and don't have these quests available, you should be able to quickly farm the mana pearls needed with world quests and rares. The next step in gearing your speed druid requires Shadowlands leatherworking and jewel crafting, specifically crafters that have been to Zereth Mortis and unlock the progenitor enhancement upgrades. If you don't have these professions yourself, finding someone in your guild or in trade chat shouldn't be too hard. You will also need things made by scribes and engineers, but those are very easy to find on the auction house while you are picking up the materials for the rest. Here is a list of materials you will need to purchase or provide your crafter. Pause to read. You will also need to pick up 4 missives of Critical Strike and 5 Pure Air Sail extensions. With these materials, you will need to have the Jewel Crafter make a level 87 Deadly Sinvir ring with speed and a level 87 Quick Oxian ring with crit and speed, as well as having the Leatherworker make 1 each of the level 87 Shadebound gauntlets, arm guards, and waist guard with crit and speed added to all 3. We're adding crit to all the pieces whose stats aren't guaranteed to have crit because the effectiveness of Longstrider is dependent on your highest secondary stat, and crit is the easiest one to target. The last specific piece you need is the crafted PvP pants from Mists of Pandaria, crafted Dreadful Gladiators Dragonhide Leggards at item level 54. You want these specifically for their 2 socket slots, and the gems you'll be putting in them require at least level 50. These pants can range in price from a few hundred or nearly 20,000 gold, so if you want to craft them yourself or provide the mats for your crafter, you will need a relic of the past 5 and 2 magnificent hides. To finish off the gear requirements, you can be a little bit more lenient with what you use. We're looking for boots item level 50 or below and a cloak eye level 60 or below so that these items can take the appropriate enchants. Speed on these items is a plus but not necessary. You will also need a weapon with speed on it. Most servers will have these available on the auction house, but if you can't find one, aim for a weapon item level 50 or below so you can add an enchant on it. You should also be on the lookout for any of the Legion green trinkets off the auction house. They are most likely to have added speed, but one with crit and a socket is almost as good. As the added crit will boost you because of Longstrider, the main stat is not important. Finding these items on your auction house, or at least checking for them, is as simple as going to theunderminejournal.com, selecting your server, and on the right-hand side, there's a list of different search options. Select the one that says Minor Stats. This page should pull up a list of every item on your server's auction house that has additional stats on it as of the last update. You can browse for items here with speed. Reminder that as a druid, you can also wear cloth, so if your server has cloth boots up with speed, it will help with this build. The last piece of gear you can target, but is not necessary, is Young Drake's Impulse, an intellect trinket very early on in the Azuna chain. The on-use gives a small speed increase, which can be very helpful. This took me roughly 10 minutes to quest to. Congratulations, we're almost through. The last step in setting up this speed druid is gems and enchants. Exactly what you need depends on how lucky you were in your ability to get items with speed or added sockets in them in the more lenient spots. To properly gem and enchant your character, you will need 1 enchant cloak, gift of critical strike, 1 enchant boots, minor speed. Do not get Boar's speed. It is broken and does not add the 10% speed as of making this video, or at least didn't on any of the characters I tried it on. 2, enchant ring, tenet of critical strike. If you are able to find a weapon, item level 50 or below, you will also want to grab 1 enchant weapon, Windwalk. The gems for this build and what socket they go in are as follows. In the pants, put 1 straddling sage agate and 1 straddling viridium. In one of the rings, put a straddling jewel doublet, and in the other ring, put a deadly jewel cluster. If you were able to obtain any other pieces of gear with sockets, fill those with the highest value crit gem available for that item level. There you have it. If you were able to follow these steps, you should easily be 200% or higher, even if your auction house was not kind to you. There are ways to upgrade your speed in small increments past this point, but I will save those for another video. Special shout out to my friends and community members over on Twitch, I Am Tex and Judekin, on helping me compile this information to share with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see the follow-up on how to improve your speed over time, or just want to see any more videos by me, make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to comment any questions, compliments, or concerns you may have down below. If you want to brag about your speed or just participate in any of our Speed Druid farms, make sure to head over to my Twitch page, where we do lots of farms and loot appraiser challenges together as a community.